Hello everybody, this is Axe299. Got a new review out for this game that just came out earlier today. I bought it right after it came out, and this is Escape Close Call. So right now it's on sale for under $5, regular price $6.99 US currency. What is Escape Close Call? What do I think about it? We're gonna find out right after this. Hello, welcome back everybody. So I did a review for this game right after it launched, and when I did that review I docked the developers 5 points because from this home screen they didn't have any way to exit the game or exit back to Windows. You had to go into Task Manager or alt tab out of it and then close it out manually. So they've added that today, the first day. That's impressive. Here's your options. You have sound and music, which you can turn down. You can also choose 3 different languages, including English and Turkish. Here is a shopping cart where you can buy perks. Here you see that I've kept increasing my gas, and each time you buy a new gas add-on, it costs more and more points. Now you can buy flags here as well, and then there was a fence perk which allows you to break through the confined area at night for like 20,000 points. I haven't bought that yet. The only flag here I've bought is the American flag, and just kind of showing you guys some of the flags you can buy for your car, which is pretty cool. So I really like that the developer has said that they are going to continue to add on new perks, new modes, new game modes, and increase the graphics, upgrade the graphics over time. Here's a turret, which you can see I bought. It cost me 15,000 points when I first bought it, and now it's 21,800 for an automatic turret to do the next upgrade. This is a virus emitter, which will increase the number of zombies spawned, which is a good way to actually get points when you play the game. So I've only bought the first level. I just spent however many points to upgrade that to level 2, and it costs more each time. Rock Solid, I love this one. It costs a lot, but it allows you to smash into cop cars without crashing and ending your game. Here's a decoy trap. I bought the first level of that. Ghost, you can drive through enemy cars, which I have not bought yet. And now keep in mind, some of these perks that I bought after some of the video play that you'll see. Recycling will allow you, zombies to grant you fuel instead of giving you points. And then other perks such as Snail, which will cause all enemy cars to slow down, which I haven't bought yet. So here shows you all your global stats against everybody else that has ever bought this game. And as you can see on day number 1, I am barely edging out against Josh Defner here with total cumulative game time, just by like a fraction of a second. There I actually edged that guy out with longest game time today, but the highest score I'm falling way behind, only 3,011 versus that guy's 10,000 points. So this, I'm sure there's some people out there that are going to be really good at this game. And more things here. Zombies collected shows you where you rank against everybody else, and I love the fact that this game has this. 10th, I rank 10th in level reached right now with only reaching level 4, and then it shows you, your escapes made global. I have 0. I'm ranking 33rd there. So let me go ahead and jump back out of the global high scores here, and right here it kind of shows you what you're trying to achieve. Every level has different goals you're trying to achieve. As you can see, I've done everything there except break a fence, so I need to buy that break fencer, I think. And then right here, guys, look at this. Shows you information about the game. Now, it shows you right here, this game was programmed in Unity 4 using simple graphics from the asset store. They bought assets from the Unity store, and unlike some other games where they buy assets and just mash them together into an unplayable mess, this game does it right. So really like that. And then right here you can see that I'm changing the flag. You can change the flag to whatever flags you buy. It starts with the default developer flag, and then as you move through and complete each level, you can choose a different car. Now I believe these different cars were just added today, because I'm pretty sure I went through this stuff earlier today and I didn't see all these different cars that you could actually be. So I haven't even played as any of these different cars yet, so that is really, really awesome. I'm continuing to learn new stuff about this game as I play it. But I do want to go ahead and say again how much I love the fact that my single review for the game, it's the only review out right now, where I docked the developer 5 points for not having an exit button on the screen. There's a nice helicopter. I love the fact that the first day they immediately responded to my review and got that exit button in there already. So let's go ahead and show you some of my gameplay from this game. Alright, so here I start out. Now at this point I only had 2 perks. That was my turret and my zombie increaser. So I'm using the turret. You can see on the right hand side under my score, it does fade, so I only last so long, and it's almost out already. But here you see I've done a lot of maneuvering. I've only got 5 points right now. So you can also see that it's raining. I don't know, what impact the rain has. It makes you drift a little bit, more. Really haven't noticed a big impact on the rain. It does look kind of cool. But here you can see that I am continuing to maneuver around, kind of evading all the cop cars. Right here, some of the cars have crashed, and you can see once I figured out that the cop cars, once they crash, turn into zombies, I really started to, figure out that's a big point of the game. Crash the cop cars and then run over the zombies, and that's a good way to actually score points. So here I go in another game here. You see I crashed a cop car down there, running through, crates and barrels and everything like that, just to increase my score. Now you see I came close to wrecking into that building. I got points for that. Here I am down by a pond, and my turret is still firing, but now my turret has run out. So I came close to hitting that car, got a few points there. Got stuck right there in that canvas 10 or whatever it is. I love how that when you go into a skid, the camera also kind of, instead of going from a top down, it kind of moves into an isometric view. And then here I believe I ran over a zombie, so my camera's kind of wigging out. But running into zombies gives you a lot of points. And if you're using a power-up when you run into a zombie, you don't have the camera, you don't have the screen, get all screwed up like that. So that's pretty cool. And, it's just one life. Every time you play, once you crash, you're done. And so you pretty much have to start all over. But I can't tell you guys how addicting this game is. Myself, my son, and his friend were here today pretty much fighting over who got to play next. As you see me play another game here and wreck these cop cars. But we kept fighting over who gets to play next. It's super addictive. You just want to play again and again and again. But it is one of those games that's really, really difficult to master, but it's really easy to learn. It's pretty much just turn left and right, and then if you hit both of them at the same time, A and D, or if you're using a controller, usually it's like your right trigger and your left trigger, R1, L1 on my DualShock, using input mapper. I ran over a zombie there. You can see the screen messing up again, but super addictive gameplay, super simple to learn how to play, but it's very, very difficult to master. And so like I said, the first time I did the review, this game still reminds me of, Hotline Miami? Hotline Miami. That game is a shooter game, kind of like this, really simple graphics, really, really fun to play, but it's really difficult to master. So I would call this the driving version of that game, simply because it reminds me a lot of that game, except obviously it's a driving game rather than a shooter, but it has that same kind of really fun, addictive quality that just makes you want to play again and again and again. So here we go as we go into another game here to see how I do. I continue to do better and better. Again, this is just some of the highlights. It's amazing how many times, though, you'll go and play this game and score like 50 points or something like that before you crash. And again, even if you don't do well, it still has that addictive quality where you just want to play again and do better. You're like, come on! And you see a zombie there. But I want to go ahead and talk about my review for this game and give you guys my review. So this game comes in at $6.99 US dollars, at $7. To get a good value score, for me, that's the highest and most important part of any score that I do. Is worth 40 points. You really, in my opinion, have to get that cost at under $1 an hour, which means a game like this at $7, you would have to, get under or get over 7 hours of fun gameplay out of it. Well, I already have over 3 hours in my first day. So over time, I'm sure this game is going to get way more than 7 hours. I think the value is through the roof with the global scoring, competitiveness, and all the different goals and different cards you can achieve and perks you can buy. This game is going to be a game that I think a lot of people are going to put over 100 hours in. Value is through the roof on this game, even if you don't catch it on sale. Value, 40 out of 40. Next criteria that I grade any game on is fun. Well, how much fun is the game? Well, this game is a hell of a lot of fun with simple controls. And, it's just a brilliant game with simple controls, really hard to master. And even though these developers have bought Unity assets and use the Unity engine for their game, this is how you use assets that you bought, from a Unity engine, Unreal Engine, whatever. This is how you use assets where you don't design them yourself and do it right. This is a game well made. So I ran out of gas right there. So this game is through the roof fun. I'm going to give this game a 29 out of 30 on fun. I think it is that much fun. Brilliant game to the developers. Thumbs up on that. Next criteria is controls and bugs, and this is where the first time I reviewed it, I docked the developers 5 points because they did not have an escape or an exit button from the home screen. I love the fact that they've already went in there and fixed that and put in an exit on the home screen just because of my review. This is developers that are going to listen, obviously, and so a good way to, good reason to jump in now and give the developers your input and ideas for maybe, future modes and advice or suggestions on how they might improve their game. So, controls and bugs on this, again, it's really simple controls. I love the fact that you can hit, left and right steering at the same time to go into a drift. Makes it a lot of fun. Controls and bugs is 20 out of 20 now that they fixed their exit from the home screen. And you see some chaos right there. I was able to ram that cop car because I had my rock ram perk initiated and got a lot of points and didn't crash. If I wouldn't have had that rock perk there, I would have crashed. And you can see I'm scoring up over 1,900 points now. But controls and bugs, again, 20 out of 20. And then, graphics and sound. Well, you can take a look at the graphics here and see the graphics are pretty simple. They are using Unity assets that they purchased, but I'm not going to dock them for the Unity assets that they've bought because they've brilliantly put those together into a fun as hell game. Still, the graphics are pretty sound, pretty simple, and I like the fact that it blurs out. I like the explosions, even though they're all kind of blocky and stuff like that. Graphics and sound. I'm going to go ahead and give this game a 7 out of 10 for graphics and sound. For the type of game that it is, a two-dimensional driving game, I think the graphics work just fine. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 there. So if you add everything up, 40 out of 40 for value, 29 out of 30 for fun, 20 out of 20 for bugs, and then graphics and sound, 7 out of 10. One reason I gave the graphics sound such a good score too is I love the music in the background. Perfect music for this kind of a game. You wind up with a 96%, people. This is a must-buy in my book. If you guys like these simple games with an addictive quality that are just fun as hell for not much money, go out and get this game now. Be sure you leave in the comments below. Let me know if this video has helped you make a decision on buying this game, and be sure you give me a thumbs up. Lets me know you guys appreciate my content. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Zackster99. Again, a 96% and a must-buy recommendation from me right here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.